Now that Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous has opened on Netflix, we thought we'd take a look at all of the Easter eggs hidden in the show. If you haven't watched all of Season 1 yet, make sure you do that before watching this video, and if we missed any Easter eggs, then let us know in the comments. Right off the bat, we have the animated Universal logo that features Pangaea before spinning to reveal the DreamWorks logo. The show opens with Darius playing a VR game, and the game is set on Isla Sorna, Site B. While the dialogue references the Isla Nublar base, the radar shows a map of Sorna, the island featured in both The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. When Darius loses the game, we see the T-Rex eat him, which is what happens when you lose in the Jurassic Park 3 game, Dino Defender. This episode shows us Darius' bedroom, which has many familiar looking dinosaur models on his bookshelf, and a book by Dr. Grant entitled The Lost World of the Dinosaurs. Darius reads this book and wins the game by using the resonating chamber of a velociraptor, which first appeared in Jurassic Park 3. Manufactured by Billy Brennan, this 3D printed resonating chamber is used by Dr. Grant to divert the velociraptor's attention at the end of the movie. This also indicates that Dr. Grant had written about the resonating chamber after these events. This one was a pretty unexpected callback. The helicopter that rescues Darius from the island is Jurassic 1, Simon Masrani's private helicopter. And when Darius wins the game, Mr. DNA congratulates him on screen. Mr. DNA was first seen in Jurassic Park and later made an appearance in Jurassic World. In this episode, we also see the Mercedes AMG 6x6 and the G-Wagon, which were staff vehicles also used at Jurassic World. The electric fences in the series are based on unused concept art from Jurassic World. Also, Darius' surname Bowman could be a reference to the family in the opening scene of The Lost World Jurassic Park, and Sammy's top is clearly inspired by Dennis Nedry's Hawaiian shirt. After the ending of episode 1, where Darius and Kenji have to be rescued from the raptor paddock, the camp counselors leave them shoveling dinosaur droppings while the others head off to the genetics lab. We see the research sign here, first seen in Jurassic World, and the sign features the same design as the ones at Jurassic Park, such as the East Dock sign. The research lab bears a striking resemblance to the command center from Jurassic World. Dr. Henry Wu is first seen here, along with the Indominus Rex blueprints. The Spinosaurus and the T-Rex can also be seen on Dr. Wu's computer screen. Dr. Wu mentions that Siberian mammoth remains are being delivered. This was previously hinted at on the Masrani Global viral site. Brooklyn, while trying to convince Dr. Wu to speak on camera, mentions John Hammond. The growth acceleration for the dinosaurs of Jurassic World is mentioned. This was in a previous draft of Jurassic World where the Indominus Rex grew quicker and larger than expected, and a label for super growth formula was designed for Jurassic World by Ellen Lampole. While we don't get to see a lot of the actual park, in episode 3 we spend nearly the entire episode with the gyrospheres from Jurassic World, and the group ends up in a situation not unlike the one that Zach and Gray end up in. Adding to the references from Darius' bedroom, he has a Mr. DNA poster hanging up on his wall. Dr. Grant is referenced here in an article that Darius shows his father on the Jurassic World forums. The forums themselves look a little bit like our own Jurassic forums. We see Masrani arriving on his helicopter, and Roxy mentions that Zach and Gray from Jurassic World were supposed to be joining the other campers for the day. We can see a map of Isla Nublar that was used in the Jurassic World movie in the guest brochure. And Darius mentions that he was reading a new column written by Dr. Ellie Sattler. There's also a shot later in the episode that could be a reference to Ellie's run towards the bunker in Jurassic Park. The asset containment unit from Jurassic World are also referenced here, when the radio the counselors left with the campers picks up their transmission. And much like in Jurassic World, we see the Indominus Rex taking down a sauropod, later followed by the Indominus camouflaging itself. Darius imitates the sound a Brachiosaurus makes, much like Dr. Grant does in Jurassic Park. In episode 6, we see the helicopter crashing into the aviary from another angle. The hallway that Dave and Roxy are walking down resembles the corridor scene at the Innovation Center in Jurassic World. The campers enter the River Adventure, and the parasaurs interfere with the kayaks just like they do in the real-world ride at Islands of Adventure. The parasaurs are also bioluminescent, which was first seen in the Jurassic World live tour. We also see the Mosasaurus Arena and the Hilton Isla Nublar. While escaping Toro the Carnotaurus, the gang enter the monorail, which ends up dislodging from the tracks. which could explain the monorail's position in Fallen Kingdom. Unless we have missed any, that appears to be all of the Easter eggs and references seen in Season 1 of Camp Cretaceous. If we have missed any, then do let us know in the comments section and let us know what you thought of Season 1. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. In case you missed it, check the description for a link to our video review. We have now opened the Jurassic Outpost store. We're selling Jurassic themed shirts, mugs, masks, and more. Check it out for some cool merchandise and check the description for links to Zavi. If you use Outpost 20 at checkout on both the Primal and Festival clothing collections, you get 20% discount off your order, and you can use Outpost 10 site-wide for 10% off. As always, head to JurassicOutpost.com for more news and information.